What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's NBA picks are for Monday, April 21st. If you're new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. I cover every single NBA playoff game from start to finish, so there's a lot more NBA videos coming. If you guys are subscribed, you'll get notified every time I post my picks. If you guys are interested in MLB as well, those videos I upload in the evening hours. So, of course, if you want my pick on any baseball game here on Monday, that video was posted last night. Check that one out. Really good slate of baseball today. But NBA, man, we officially have one game completed in all these series. So I do want to do a full first weekend recap. Now we have kind of a little bit of a basis here to work with, right? We got a little bit of taste how these teams are kind of going against each other, what I think from game one, what I think about moving forward. I think it'll be very beneficial for you guys to hear my opinion on all of this series. I'll kind of go through it in rapid fire fashion. Before we do that, though, let me update you guys, I should say, with some numbers that's fully updated, baseball and NBA. I had a losing Sunday in NBA. I'll go ahead and put one of my wagers on the screen for you guys. I don't often do this in my videos because it takes a lot of extra time to upload the picture and then put it in the video and edit and all that stuff. Friendly reminder, man, every single text that goes out to the client list, I do bet myself, this 1.1 wager, 1.1 unit wager on the Celtics against the spread was my only winning wager on Sunday. Of course, I post the full results in the community section. We went 1-3, man. I loaded up on the Celtics for a lot of reasons. Just to kind of make a long story short, the Celtics, the last three against the Magic on that floor, won by a minimum of 17 points. The last 3 out of 4 games in game 1 of a series. Playoff at home, the Celtics winning games by an average of 18 points minimum. And of course, the sugar on top, why I just went all in on the Celtics. The Magic were a huge public underdog. So all that stuff came through for the spread. But the other wagers I had was the first half spread, -7.5. We had a team total over for the Celtics at 109.5 points. And then we had a little parlay. I did a double result wager with the Cavaliers and the Celtics, which means it's just both of those teams to simply be winning at halftime and simply win the game, no points involved. And we saw just the unbelievable lack of a showing from Porzingis and Jason Tatum. The Celtics absolutely folded at the end of the first half, lose the first half by a single point. The Cavs took care of business, no problem in both halves. The Celtics, when they finally woke up, take care of business, no problem. So that one I feel really, really robbed on, and that was a 1.3 unit wager. I really like that wager, man. I was absolutely stunned, shocked out of all the wagers that the Celtics weren't leading at halftime with that energy coming off the championship game. Look, this is sports betting, man. This is why I use units. This is why I don't chase losses. This is why I manage my money. 1 unit for me is 2.5% of the amount of money that I use to gamble with. And it's just a perfect example, man. On a day where everything is, the stars are aligning for certain wagers, star players came up short. Porzingis and Tatum, man. This stuff is, it's sports, right? It's unpredictable at times, 99 out of 100 games, even if Jason Tatum and Porzingis had a mediocre effort, not even like anything other than just a horrible effort, the Celtics would have absolutely flew over their team total of 109. They almost got there as is, with basically leaning on Derek White and a couple other people. It was a great Celtics wager. And if I could go back in time, I would probably add more money to it. And the only reason that most of the plays were a half unit or around a unit in size is because it's only day 2. I mean, look at last year, guys. I made over 100 wagers, 115 wagers last year in the NBA playoffs. We're 4-4. We're up about half a unit my NBA season so far. Of course, 1-1 on that record, and a half unit of profit was from the regular season back around Christmas or something. Baby steps, man. We're just inching into the playoffs. So I've been eyeballing some of the lines that have already popped out for later this week. And it's looking like I got my first max play. Wednesday, I found a line. I found a wager. I really, really like it. So I'm going to monitor some data as long as a couple things pan out here over the next 48 hours. If you're on my text list for Wednesday, buckle up, put your emotion to the side, because we're going to be taking our first big shot here in the NBA playoffs. Really, really like a wager. So, yeah, man, that's just it. It's just to make the long story short there. Again, if you want my picks, danspicks.net, you can see it there on the bottom of the screen. The link to my website right in the description of the video. Get in now, man. Get in now off a losing day. You see my long-term numbers. You guys can go through years and years and years of my videos. I win every single sport, every single year. So to actually get onto the text list, why I'm a little bit on the cold side, is fantastic. It's like buying a stock after it dips a little. You know, if Google stock went up 40% in a month and you're like, oh my gosh, everybody's getting rich off Google stock, like, let me buy into it. Of course, it's going to reset a little bit. Like, what is it just going to go up forever? No. Can I win at a 60, 65% winning percentage in premium just forever, every single week, just on repeat until like the end of time? No, it's just obviously we know that. So I've cooled off just a little bit. I'm ready to make the next run. I'm looking for a good week at MLB. And of course, man, the bigger wagers, the larger size wagers, 2, 3, 5 unit plays, they're going to start to come in the NBA playoffs here, man. Did it last year. Going to do it again this year. I'm excited for it. You guys should be too. Again, link to the website if you want to take sports betting more seriously. But yeah, let's just do a quick little recap here. Just some things I thought about from kind of these game ones. I thought the shooting of Minnesota was unsustainable. So that's just something I wanted to make note of. Look, they're dogs, man. That Tennessee, why did I say Tennessee? That Minnesota team, they remind me of Tennessee, right? That grittiness, if you're talking college basketball. But nah, Minnesota, I thought the shooting was unsustainable. Naz Reid, some of the other guys just went absolutely crazy. I don't expect that to happen anymore. Golden State steals the big game here in game one on the road. I think we can all expect a better effort from Houston moving forward. That kind of stuck out to me. What else? Again, that Celtics game. I mean, you have a scenario where Paolo Banchero went crazy. He had a fantastic game. Not like career level stuff, but like an A-, like a very, very good game. He went crazy. Franz, he went nuts as well. Besides those two, nobody on the Magic did jack shit. So I think it's a pretty easy game plan for the Celtics in game two. That kind of stuck out to me as a little mental note. I mean, if you just simply have Jason Tatum and Porzingis show up a little bit in game two, and maybe those other two guys, don't go crazy again, that could be an interesting setup there for a game. It'd be interesting to see the Lakers' performance. I expect a good defensive effort out of them. The Nuggets are a small underdog. Of course, we're going to talk about that game more in depth today. That's one of the Monday games, so I'll pass on that. That's going to be a good series. Look, this Warriors-Rocket series, this Nugget series, and I do still think this Lakers series, it's going to come down to the wire. I mean, we have some competitive series and we have some non-competitive series. I thought the Grizzlies, I picked the Grizzlies in my free picks video. I obviously didn't bet it, but I guess maybe they just had tired legs. I know they were short on rest, and OKC was kind of sitting there waiting for him. That was a pretty good opportunity looking back. Obviously, in hindsight, 2020, it'd be pretty easy just to look back in time and think, oh, that was the easiest bet ever. It was just super public. Game one, I don't know. It was a lot of points. The first game of the day on Sunday, I couldn't get there with the game, and the fact that I liked the Cavs and the Celtics both to cover their big numbers. You got to take a dog. I mean, you just can't take 3 favorites, so you got to take your shot. I took the shot on the Grizzlies for the free pick, was wrong there, but overall, just on that series, I think that's over. That's 4-0. The teams just don't look right. Edey just can't compete. It's just not even close. Hartenstein's impressive. And SGA really didn't even play that good. So that's a 4-0. Maybe the Magic steal one. The Heat, yeah, maybe they steal one. I mean, we got some non-competitive series and we got some competitive series. And one more thing here before we wrap this up and get to Monday's picks that I want you guys to maybe even write down or save in the note section of your phone that will really benefit you. Just something to consider moving forward here as we get to round 2 is we might have some scenarios where a team has a 4-0 sweep or maybe 4-1, and they're going to play an opponent coming off a very demanding series, maybe even a series that goes 7. So that's something to think about. You might get a certain setup, or when you're talking about rest and energy and stuff like that, maybe little injuries, little nagging injuries that start to build up as the playoffs go with the intensity and everything that happens in the playoffs. I mean, we saw Jason Tatum go for that one dunk, got absolutely destroyed in the hand, landed on his wrist as well. We'll see what happens with that. Like, these little things can kind of add up. So there might be some scenarios moving forward where, you know, if Oklahoma City can just absolutely coast through this Grizzlies series, and then they're going to get somebody potentially off a really, really tough series, you know, maybe a little added value there, or added edge, I guess you could say is the proper word. Just something to think about. But yeah, let me bring up Pickett Sports. We got 2 games to go over. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get both of these right for you guys. Of course, I pick every game, man. So again, double check, hit that subscribe button. Would appreciate it. Let's go, man. Let's go. Pistons, Knicks. I'm taking the points. I'm taking the points. I told you guys the Knicks in game 1. I know I said it. I basically capped the game to a T. I was like, okay, the Pistons are a great story. You know, year over year, it's just a drastic change. Welcome to the playoffs, New York. A lot of celebrities. Game 1. Look, they got that game out of the way. I do still expect the Knicks to win this game, just not cover. This game is going to be competitive. This game's going to be close. Maybe it's a backdoor cover. I think the Pistons are going to at least be competitive here and get a cover. I think the Knicks might be able to squeak off another win. It's a desperation spot. You can't give away a game to Detroit here. They're going to be in trouble if they do. So I'm going to lean towards the Pistons here at 6.5. And on the total, 222 is a lot. For playoffs, that's a lot. And I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over the 220. We can see here on Bet Rivers, they have a 220.5. I'll go over there. And I'll lean Detroit. I think both teams are going to be pretty good. Clippers, Nuggets. Interesting. The Clippers are a favorite. Stunning. Shocking. I mean, the Nuggets won game 1. They're still at home. There's not a lot that has changed here. Yeah, I like the Nuggets. I mean, give me the 1.5. Maybe they lose by 1. It's possible. It's the playoffs. Any type of points I will take if I like an underdog. Unless you had a scenario where the difference from the money line to like getting a 1.5 was like way different. But here, I'll take the 1.5 at a minus 110. I like the Nuggets here. They're at home. They give away this game to the Clippers, they're probably going to lose the series. Desperation spot. They squeaked out game 1. They have the Joker. They have the number 1 player in the NBA. Joker is the most valuable player in the NBA. Make no mistake about it. They have a significant home court advantage. I am worried about the coaching. I wish they had the old coach still, but they still got most of the same unit we've seen before, man. Even those off the radar guys like Brown. I mean, I like the Nuggets team. I like them. This is a desperation spot. Somehow, some way. I mean, again, it's going to be a close game. The Clippers aren't going anywhere. No one's getting blown out in this game. Somebody's winning by single digits. I think it's going to be the Nuggets. I think they prevail again. I think the Joker's really going to have an elite game here. I'm going to lean over the total, over 217, and I'm going to go with the Nuggets to somehow find a way here, just based on pricing. I mean, Nuggets at home, desperation spot. Game 2, you can't afford to give one away at home. You can't give up that home court. And they're an underdog. Maybe it's trap, maybe it's not. Let's look at some public betting information. Actually, we'll switch over to Outlier to take a look at that real quick, see if I can get you guys some insights for prop bets as well here on Monday. So we'll look up the public betting information for that Nuggets game. Let's see if everybody is on the Clippers or not. So we'll go to games. We'll go to NBA. We'll scroll down. Let's take a peek here. Just want to look at the matchup too. Team records. Public betting information. Yeah, I mean, the Clippers aren't that public. The sharp money is actually on Denver. I mean, the spread, forget the spread. Most of the money is just going to be on the money line. The spread's only 1.5 here. So 99 out of 100 people are just going to bet the money line. So we can see right now that only 41% of tickets have come on the Denver Nuggets, but about 61% of the money. So a little bit of sharp action here on Denver money line. And the same type of sharp action on the over as well. You guys can see 55% of the tickets on the over 3/4 of the money, though. So a little bit of sharp action on the over, a little bit of sharp action on the Nuggets here. Take it with a grain of salt. It's still kind of early here. A lot of people are going to bet this tomorrow. Let's go up. Let's check out some insights for prop betting. Kawhi Leonard has exceeded 19.5 points in 16 straight games, averaging 26.2. Guys, that is a 100% sample size in 16 straight games, and you can take him over 19.5 at minus 137 on Prize Picks there. Absolute no-brainer. That's a great prop insight for you. That's just one of the things that Outlier does. It puts bets like that right in front of you at the top. There's a whole bunch of those insights. We can look through all these matchups, all these sample sizes. The good news for you guys is you can spend as much time on here as you want. I have a free trial to Outlier software in the description for you. An entire week, man. Get it now. You know, if you do it at the end of the playoffs, there's not as many games. There's only a couple series going on, all that stuff. We got baseball all week, and we got all these series still going on. Best time to be on here. There's just so much you can do. You could spend hours on here and try to put together a parlay of a lifetime with these prop bets and using here Outlier software. There's a positive EV section on here. There's arbitrage on here. Unbelievable amount of data. It's free for a week. If you're not just absolutely thrilled with how much money you make on here over a week's time, just go ahead and get rid of it. You know, don't move forward with it. But it's an absolute no-brainer. I have a subscription to Outlier. You guys should too. It's a no-brainer. It's one of the best tools in the business. The link, again, is in the description of the video. Take care of it for a week, guys. Absolute no-brainer. So there you go. You guys have got to let me know in the comment section your favorite picks for Monday. And of course, man, like I said, I got some big plays coming up. I mean, we're in day 2. I mean, here we are, just baby steps, guys. Calm down. We had a couple losses. Big deal. You don't win every wager. Look at last year. Did I have 66 wins in the playoffs? Yes. But I had 49 losses as well. There's going to be plenty of losses too. Almost made 20 units of profit last year. We're going to make probably a lot more than that this year. I feel great. I love these series. I love everything. Jason Tatum just didn't show up. Cost us some money. No biggie, man. No biggie. I'm excited for this week. You guys should be too. I'll see you in the next video.